Ana Alba with Casa de Esperanza is here with me today. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you work for Casa de Esperanza, but today what I want to talk about is the Information and Resource Center, which is under the umbrella of Casa de Esperanza.
Correct.
Can you talk a little bit about that, the Resource Center, and what you provide for the community?
Absolutely. And let me just start off by saying Casa de Esperanza is a national Latina organization whose mission is to mobilize Latinas and Latino communities to end domestic violence. And as part of our organization, like you mentioned, we have these two resource centers where community members can have access to information and resources around the Twin Cities.
Is there a fee or any eligibility requirements for the services?
No, all the services that we provide at the resource centers are free. They're usually staffed by volunteers who are bilingual in Spanish and English.
Okay. And you said your focus clients are mainly Latino?
Yep, but I mean the centers are there for everybody and anybody in the community to use.
Okay, okay. So do you have to make an appointment, or can you just walk into the center?
Nope, you actually just walk in. There'll be a volunteer. Usually we do tell community members to call before they get there to make sure that there's a volunteer available, which the numbers and the information you can find at our website at casadeesperanza.org.
Okay. Now, what is your role within the organization?
I actually work there as a family advocate. I work with mothers and children who are experiencing domestic violence, but I also spent some time as a volunteer at the resource centers.
Okay. Now, the Information and Resource Center provides this array of services. Now, what service do you see that's used most often?
Okay. Well, the resource centers are equipped with computers, internet access, a fax and a copy machine, as well as printers. So all the community members have access to all of these resources. In addition to that, I would say that the resource most access is our volunteers themselves, because they are bilingual. If a person has a document or a letter that came in through the mail and they don't understand it, the volunteers are able to translate for them. The resume writing, a lot of the volunteers will assist community members with writing the resumes in order to find employment.
Okay. Now, on the flip side of that, what would you say would be the least used service there that a person would just come in and say, oh, I had no idea that I could get help here on that?
Well, some of our volunteers have actually worked as family advocates in the past, and so they have knowledge on court documents. If they need to explain a court document to a community member, depending on the volunteer again, they might be able to read over them and even help out, fill out some forms, as long as they're not complicated.
All right, so you say you get a lot of you get some legal paperwork that to help people fill out?
Yep, well, as far as our family advocates work with community members, and we do try to use the resource centers for those families that we work with. Again, it's very basic information, but it's just a resource for our community members, as well as connect them to other resources if they do need legal advice.
Okay. Now, is there an age limit or anything? Do you help teenagers? Do you help adults?
Yep. Anybody in the community is able to visit. And actually, a lot of the people who do use the computer and the internet access will be teenagers, even to do homeworks or print out information for their schools.
Okay.
Yep.
So just looking at the program and what it's done, for the community, what kind of benefits have you seen that it's helped with the community? What kind of benefits do you see?
Well, I think one of them, the main ones, is connecting community members who might not have the ability to connect to other resources because of a language barrier. In addition, if you go there to work on a resume, you're gaining those skills in order to either help somebody with that, or in the future, if you need to update, you have those skills. So I would think that would be one of the greater benefits that we see there.
Yeah, just wonderful. Now, you have two locations. I know you have one in St. Paul and you have one in Minneapolis. Can you tell us where those are actually located?
Yeah, actually, the one here in St. Paul is located in Payne Avenue in Plaza Latina, and the one in Minneapolis is in Mercado Central on the second floor. So our community members are able to access those 2 locations.
Okay, oh, wonderful. So you offer these programs. Now, do you have anything that you'd like to talk about or any future initiatives that the Resource Center has?
Sure, I'd actually like to invite everybody to go to our website at, I think should be shown on the screen, but I actually would like to invite people to check out our Hope campaign, which Casa De Esperanza launched last fall, which is just a way for us to challenge individuals to take a stand against domestic violence. And one of the ways that you can do so is by taking the Pledge of Hope, which is basically an individual making a greater commitment in grounding relationships in love, respect, and understanding.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming to the
problem.
program. I really appreciated talking to you.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.